everyone, and welcome to the Learning Ladders. Today I'm sharing with you our homeschool electives for the 2024-2025 homeschool year. My daughter will be going into 7th grade. So some of the things we'll do weekly, and then some of the things we'll do termly. So the first thing is computing. We're going to be doing this every week. So I have got the Computing 7 from Oxford. There is also a teacher guide. Luckily it covers 3 years, so you only have to buy it once for the next 3 years, which is really helpful. I have done a flip through of this before. I'll leave it below. So this is our table of content. So we've got technology, storing digital data, digital literacy, computational thinking, programming, multimedia, and then numbers and data. This is what this one looks like. As I said, I'll link the flip through so you can see that we'll still do typing, but this is just obviously more specific to computing, and this is what the teacher guide looks like. I do actually think it's helpful to have both if you can. It also has the answer key in here too. So we will do that weekly until we finish. I assume it'll be for the full for the full 36 weeks for computing. The next one we're going to be doing is obviously critical thinking. This is from the Critical Thinking Company. This is their basics product, the basics of critical thinking. This is what this one looks like. Mixture of different skills in here. I think we'll enjoy this one, and this will be something that we'll do weekly. And then this one will be a book that we'll put into our morning basket or morning cart. So there are 38 lessons here on how to recognise bad reasoning, the fallacy detective. There are several in this series. This is the first one, I think. We haven't used any of their products before, so I'm interested to see what we think. So in terms of content, you've got avoiding the question, so red herring, making assumptions, statistical fallacies, and propaganda. So it looks interesting. I'm interested to give it a try and see what we think. As I said, there are a couple more in this series, so if we like this one, we'll probably get a different one next year for our morning cart. So we'll just work through those. There are 38 lessons, so we'll probably end up doing either 2 a week or 1 a week, depending on how much we like it. Our next one, again, is something that we're going to be doing weekly for the whole year and probably for the next couple of years. So this is all about illustration. So my daughter loves writing her own stories and also illustrating them. So I thought it'd be really useful for us to dive deep, go down the rabbit hole, if you like, of what illustration is, in terms of career and everything, in case that's something she might want to think about for the future. I'm just obviously giving lots of resources to look through. There's no push or anything like that. This is just completely for her to explore, because she really does enjoy writing and illustrating so much. So I've got several different books. I think I've got a couple more on the shelf, but I pulled off a few that we're going to be using. So this is the Complete Guide to Drawing and Illustration, a practical and inspirational course for artists of all abilities. And this is our table of contents. So we've got objects and observation, nature's landscape, going to town, making faces, the human figure, creating characters, and the animal kingdom. And just give you a quick flip through. So this will be something that we'll use over several years, as I said. I'm going to try and match up topics, so rather than just, randomly picking things, but if she decides she wants to do it in a different way, that's absolutely fine. It is an elective, so she has full selection out of all these books to go through, see which one she prefers. The next one is illustrating children's books, creating pictures for publication. I thought this would be a great resource for more of a job orientated rather than skill scenario. So we've got history, drawing, media materials and techniques, character development, the picture book, illustration for older children, non-fiction illustration, design and typography, and then getting published. So this obviously will be really career focused for chapter 9, but it looks like a really good book. This is probably one of my favourites that we've got. I think this one she'll really like. It'll be really useful. We will be doing some picture book studies as well, in terms of getting some picture books and obviously going through them and marrying them up with all these different topics. So for example, looking at character development within the picture book, looking at what different techniques that they used and things. So I am definitely going to be incorporating picture books that we already have into it as well. thankfully I can't throw books away, so I've still got all her picture books from when she was a baby. And I intend to keep them forever because, you know, grandchildren will still love their books. I refuse to get rid of them. She still really likes looking at them, and so do I as well, so they're here to stay. And not because I'm sentimental or anything, not that at all. The Encyclopedia of Illustration Techniques, a step-by-step visual dictionary of illustration techniques and an inspirational gallery of finished artwork. That's what that one looks like. And table of contents wise, again we've got different techniques. Going professional, so this has got some career stuff in, themes as well. And this one does include children's illustration too. This is a more career focused one, so how to be an illustrator. And again, this is something that we can look at over several years. There's our table of contents, so preparing your portfolio, interviews and illustration, job hunting, and so on. This will be something that will be really helpful if she decides, obviously, to go down that way or that route. Again, this is just presenting different ideas to consider. Career development, if you like. And then finally I got her an illustration workshop book, so she can find your style, practice drawing skills and build a style portfolio. And this has just got you know, different pages with different prompts and things that she can do. And then she can either obviously write in the book, or I can photocopy it, whichever she prefers. If she wants to do it again, then I'll probably photocopy it, and if she wants to, she thinks she'll just do it once, and she can just draw straight in the book. Okay, so that's illustration. Now the next two I'm going to alternate 12 weeks with one, 12 weeks with the other. So the first one is Sewing for Kids. So I got Sewing for Kids 30 fun projects to hand and machine sew, and then I got Sewing School 21 sewing projects kids will love to make. So I'm going to see which one she prefers, and you know, probably it'll be a lot to do with what patterns they are and whether she thinks it's enjoyable to make. But I'm going to go through them both before we start school to see if one's better at teaching than the other. One of them comes with loads of patterns, this one pattern pieces at the back. We might end up using both of them, but that's the first one, and then this is Sewing for Kids. So I envisage we'll do this for 12 weeks, but obviously with them being elective, if it turns out she likes something more than something else, then that's fine, we can do that one for longer. It's just a guideline for me for planning, but obviously things can change, and that's absolutely fine. If she finds something she really enjoys, I'm not going to say, oh, 12 weeks are up, time to move on. No, definitely not. But this one, they both look great books, actually. We've always done baking as one of our electives pretty much from the beginning, and it's something we continue to do every year. I've got some themed cookbooks. We've got the Harry Potter Bake, Create and Decorate. She's just gotten into Harry Potter recently after we did our unit study on it. On the first book, we're going to be doing the second one this year as well. That's not an elective to me though, that's just part of our regular stuff. But this one's got cakes, cupcakes and cake pops, cookies and brownies. Looks like a really fun one. I got Disney's Villains, Devilishly Delicious Cookbook. One has tons of delicious things in. It's making me hungry now just looking at the pictures. Savoury as well as sweet. Poor unfortunate rolls. They look good. And then this one obviously for Christmas time. So this is the Osborne Christmas Baking. So we'll probably end up doing this for the first 12 weeks so we can incorporate the Christmas baking and then switch to sewing for the next 12 weeks. But again, if she wants to do it differently, that's fine with me. And then this one will go into our work boxes, and she'll probably just do this one on a Friday unless she wants to do more of it. That's fine with me. And this is Mythological Creatures and Legendary Animals. We've got a bunch of books about myths and legends and things that are going to be going in our morning cart, mysteries and things. So I just thought it would go really well, and she always enjoys the Thinking Tree. We always try to do one every year if we can, and sometimes they carry over, so this one will definitely carry over if she's only doing it once a week. But if she wants to do it more, then that's absolutely fine with me. The last thing I could put it in the electives, and I think I did do in my video for homeschool, but it's French. But to me, I'm classing that as one of our subjects, because now that she's going to be in year 7, I want her to be doing a language as well. We have done French for a couple of years now, lightly, but obviously I want to be going a bit more in depth now with it. But I'm not showing that as part of our electives, because to me, I'm classing it as one of our subjects. But that's the only other thing that we have. If anything develops through the year, you know, interests change in things, then I'll definitely be more than happy to switch up the electives to suit her, because at the end of the day, it is obviously her education and her choice. But that's what we're starting out the year with, and I'm excited, especially for the illustration. I'm really looking forward to that one. I really think we'll have lots of fun with that. But yeah, that's everything I've got for this year. So let me know what electives you're doing this year, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.